There are more than 400,000 NCAA student athletes. NCAA on Campus is their story.
On this edition of NCAA on Campus, we visit Indiana State University in Terre Haute, Indiana. 3 years ago, the football team had the nation's longest losing streak. But Coach Trent Miles has turned things around, and with the running back Shakir Bell carrying the load, the team has had 2 consecutive winning seasons. For the story of Shakir, here is Kurt Darling, a pole vaulter and decathlete on the Indiana State track and field team.
Welcome to the home of the Sycamores, Indiana State University. We have about 10,000 undergrads here on campus and compete in NCAA Division I in the FCS for football. We have a rich basketball tradition here in Terre Haute. Larry Bird led the basketball team to the famous 1979 NCAA championship matchup with Magic Johnson's Michigan State team. And before Larry, and before he became a legend at UCLA, we had a basketball coach here at Indiana State named John Wooden. This fall, it's our football team that has us excited. Ranked in the nation's top 25 and led by Shakir Bell. Last year, as only a sophomore, Shakir finished second in the voting for the Walter Payton Award, given to the most outstanding offensive player in the Division I FCS. His 1,670 rushing yards led the nation, which is amazing, considering how he gained all those yards running with a chip on his shoulder.
I definitely have a chip on my shoulder and doing my best every time I touch the field, and showing that a lot of the guys that didn't want to recruit me, that they definitely made a mistake.
I feel he plays with an edge. I mean, I think that's some of the things that motivates him. He loves football, so he's already self-motivated. But just that little extra of saying you can't do something just because of your size, I think that just pushes him over the top and gives him that little extra something to be determined to show everybody and prove them wrong.
We always joke around with him being like, man, you're only like 5'2".
On the program, he may be 5'8". He's probably right around there, give or take 2 inches, so probably take.
People tease him about his height quite often. You know, I think he might be the only player in the team shorter than me. I don't really believe he's 5'8", but he might have been 5'8" when he had his dreads. But since he shaved those, I think he's down to about 5'7", 5'6.5" at best.
Me being short, a lot of people want to look at that as a downside thing, but that's one of the best qualities in me. I can get behind people, I can hide behind people, and I stay lower to the ground. Football is a game of leverage. The lower I am, the better I am.
What Shakir Bell lacks in height, he more than makes up for with his effort on the field and in the weight room.
You know, you can't measure that young man's heart.
He plays big, and that's what matters.
He's a powerhouse in a little package, that's for sure.
Being in the weight room, that's another home for me. Even whenever we have our days off, I go in there, I try to get some band work, or I'll just try to do some core work or anything just to get the edge on the opponent. If you're not going to be the fastest person on the field, you can definitely be the strongest person on the field.
He is strong. People don't realize that he's from the hips down, his midsection. You know, he squats over 600 pounds, deep squats over 600. He's got great change of direction, great vision, balance, and he's very explosive. He usually tries to finish off his runs by delivering the blow rather than get hit.
Coming out of high school in Indianapolis, Shakir was second in the nation in rushing and helped his team to win 2 state championships. But nobody was rushing to recruit him.
Recruiting-wise, I really don't know what happened there. I was a heavy squatter. I ended up squatting like 505 2 times in high school. I was benching like 335. Like, I was putting up good numbers in the weight room as well as on the field. And even in the classroom, my grades was good. I really only got recruited by Coach Miles and I'm a junior college. I realized that I really wanted to come here and change the history of it, because before I got here, the program was, my freshman year, they was on the brink of getting terminated.
The Indiana State Sycamores had lost 36 of 37 games when Trent Miles took over in 2008. They lost their next 13 in a row. But the ship that Coach Miles was building began to right itself, and the team is looking for their 3rd consecutive winning season for the first time in 44 years.
Coach Miles told us, a competitor is at his best when 1, he's been embarrassed, or 2, he's been backed into a corner. And my freshman year here, we were both. We were embarrassed and we were backed into a corner. And we just had to come out and perform. And for us, every day is a fight. Every day is a struggle. So I'm glad that I came here. I'm very proud of my team, and I'm very proud of those guys in the locker room, especially those seniors that stayed around while they were getting their butts kicked every game. it's our time. That's our motto this year. That's our slogan. That's what we're rolling with this year. It's our time. It's our time to go out and show everybody what Indiana State football is capable of.
Shakir's a great guy, has great vision, very team-oriented, team-before-self kind of guy. He loves hanging out with the O-line, and we love being around him. He really gives us the credit, but you know what, it's him that makes it happen for us.
He's always pushing people to, achieve their personal best, on the field and off the field. In the weight room, he's always the first one there, getting extra work and staying late.
Last season as a sophomore, Shakir led all FCS running backs in rushing with 1,670 total yards and a 151.8 per game average. The total yards broke the school single-season record. Earlier this season, he ran for 349 yards in a game, breaking the Indiana State and Missouri Valley Conference single-game rushing record. The little man with the chip on his shoulder has plenty of goals yet to reach in college, but he also has his sights and heart set on the future.
I definitely want to play beyond college ball. Being in the next league, that's always been a goal of mine. Just because everybody told me I couldn't do it. They said I was too small, said I wasn't fast enough. Everybody wants to comment on my 40, but I'm not a track runner at all. I'm a football player. You put me out on the football field, you'll see how fast I am.
We'll be watching, Shakir. Good luck this season to you and the Indiana State Sycamores. And thank you for watching NCAA on Campus.